Hi there, and welcome to Let's Stress Less. If you're a woman who's feeling overwhelmed with life because your stress is out of control, you're pretty sure your stress could be affecting your health, and you want to get a handle on that before it gets worse, stick around. I've got you covered. I'm Chantel. I'm a registered nurse and your lifestyle design coach for stress mastery. And I can show you how to unwrap the gift of stress so you can go from barely surviving to fabulous and thriving. Hi there. When you're stressed and worried, you lose the ability to think clearly and you create a mountain out of a molehill, so to speak. When you give so much power to what if, you become blind to what is. If left unchecked, the initial thought or fear can snowball in your mind until it becomes an insurmountable hurdle that you cannot possibly overcome. Worry stifles your creativity and robs you of today. It reduces your concentration, makes you fearful and problem-focused rather than solution-focused. It creates negativity and pessimism, and when prolonged, worry can impact your health and it can even incapacitate you. Worry sends a message that you don't feel you're strong enough or capable enough to handle your life, when in reality, the very problems that feel overwhelming today can be a huge source of strength and confidence and can set you up for many great and wonderful things in the future as you learn to overcome those challenges. Rather than giving your power away and spending valuable time uselessly worrying about something that may or may not occur, there's a better way, and that is to create a worst-case scenario plan. Now, the concept of planning for the worst possible outcome or scenario may seem a little counterintuitive, and you may be wondering, how can imagining the worst possible outcome possibly be a great strength and confidence strategy? I get it, but it really is powerful. Here's how it works. On a psychological level, there's nothing we fear more than the unknown. We're more afraid of the unknown than the worst possible outcome. That's why this strategy works so well. By thinking about and imagining the worst possible outcome, you take away the element of the unknown. When that happens, things simply don't look nearly as bad anymore. You know what you're facing. You know what it will take to overcome the obstacle or dig yourself back out of the hole. As you start to come up with an action plan for recovery, you discover that you really are capable of handling the situation, and that builds strength and confidence. As you develop strength and confidence, you become courageous. When you have a plan for handling the worst possible thing that can happen in any given worrisome situation, you send a message to yourself that says, I've got this. I may not like it, but I can handle it. And your confidence will soar. Also, as you begin to free yourself from the hopelessness of worry and start considering and planning for the worst possible outcome, you'll become more present in the here and now. You'll begin to live in the moment, and you'll be able to allow yourself to let go of the what ifs. Then, if the terrible thing does occur, you're ready. You have a plan, and you won't need to spend precious time frantically trying to figure out what to do. Instead, you can get busy implementing your solution right away. Here's the thing. Sometimes things fall apart, and when they do, you still have to work through the problem and come up with a solution. If you're prepared, you can get on with solving the problem and move into a better place much more quickly. And you'll feel in control because you have a plan. You know what to do, and that is powerful. Here's how to create your worst case scenario plan. Step 1. Describe your fear, worry, or concern. You can speak it, but you might want to write it down so you can look back at it whenever you need to. Be as specific as possible so you're clear on what you're really worrying about. Quite often we experience generic worry. We feel the effects of worry, but we're not actually clear on what we're really worrying about. This part of the exercise is important because it forces your mind to pinpoint a specific issue. When you ask a question, your mind is programmed to search for an answer. So ask yourself, what am I worrying about? Step 2. Now ask yourself, what's the absolute worst possible thing that can happen? Go into very great detail about what you imagine the worst possible outcome might be. Take it to the most ridiculous extreme you can imagine. Play with it a little to loosen up your creativity. Again, be specific and extreme. Tease every drop of possibility out of your imagined outcome. You want to be ready for anything that could go wrong. Step 3, identify your place of power. You can't control everything, but you can control many things. When you focus on the things you have no control over, you waste energy and time. I always liken it to pounding on a door that will never open. You create a feeling of helplessness and futility, and you give away your power. When you focus on the things you do have control over, you empower yourself to take control of the circumstances. This builds a sense of strength and heightens your confidence. This step is incredibly liberating. Step 4. Once you've imagined the worst possible thing that can happen, it's time to come up with a solution to your fear, worry, or concern. Outline a plan of action with detailed and specific steps. Remember, you may not like it, but if you follow these steps, you will take control of your choices, your future, and your destiny. You have the power. You can do this. Now, step 5. Now it's time to let go. This step is so very important. You've done the work. You're clear on what your problem is. You've imagined all of the worst possible things that can happen, and you've identified your strength and your power. You have a plan, and there's nothing more you can do. It's time to go to work enjoying your day and your life now. And remember, most of the things we worry about never come to pass. But if and when they do, you're prepared to step into your power and take control. You've got this. Now it's time to relax. And if you'd like a little help, I've created a worst-case scenario planner to walk you through the steps. You can create your plan right there, and when the worry pops up again, which it most likely will, just pull out your planner and refresh yourself on what your plan is. I've put a link for the planner below. Now, what do you often worry about? If you like what you're learning, hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you can be notified when my next video comes out. And tell your friends, after all, stress is contagious and they have it too. My goal is to help you learn to unwrap the gift that stress can be while never losing sight of the reality that unchecked, stress can wreak havoc on your brain, your body, and your behavior. I want you to be empowered to take control of your stress now and course correct to fix some things before your health is at risk for devastating consequences. And I want to help you reframe your relationship with stress so you can fall in love with your new best friend. Join me each week right here for more tips, tools, and valuable insights as you learn how to recognize and unwrap the gift of stress so you can take control of your life, your health, and your happiness as you go from barely surviving to fabulous and thriving. And if you'd like more videos like this, make sure to watch the video on your screen. I think you'll like it. And always check the description box for links to more free tips and tools to help you master your stress. See you next time.